there's the Noff and Chris Raven remix of a relatively familiar tune, Amber's Sexual, on Radio 1, your Saturday night rinsing aid. Well, as much as I love being underground here at the Central London studios, the HQ of Radio 1, and they've actually recently revamped all but one of the studios here, and it's quite pleasant, really. Getting out on the road and doing the show in front of people is far, far more exciting, both for the people in situ and for me, the humble presenter. Well, we already know about a couple of major Radio 1 events in Scotland, including one big weekend in Dundee on May the 13th and 14th, and Colours Fest in Glasgow on June the 3rd. But don't think we're ignoring Wales, far from it. Radio 1's going to be broadcasting live from the country's biggest dance music festival, or Wales's anyway, Escape into the Park. The 12-hour marathon will begin at midday on Saturday the 17th of June in Singleton Park, Swansea, and the lineup for this year is bigger than ever. DJs from all over the world are being brought together for a huge event, including Armin van Buuren, Marco V and Milo. Myself, of course, as well. I'll be DJing at the event alongside Radio 1's D.E.E.P.E.R, Eddie Halliwell and Tim Westwood. Plus Ronnie Harrell and Blakey from our sister station 1 Extra will be in the house, or in the park, as the case may be. For more information on the event and how to get hold of tickets, you can go online for all the information you might require. bbc.co.uk/radio1/events. And based on last year's experience live on air, it is one well worth heading towards if you're anywhere in the southwest or Wales.
The sound of Saturday night. Jules. This party is now in session. It's just Jules
on Radio 1. Radio 1.
Well, it takes me sort of half my lifetime, but I do listen to every single demo I receive music-wise, and this one came through to me from a Brazilian DJ called Fabio Stein. He told me he sent it to lots of the key dance labels, particularly who specialise in up-tempo tunes. It had been rejected by just about all of them, which I found frankly astonishing. The club reaction has been simply overwhelming, and I kind of made it my personal quest to continue to support it on the radio until it got its very own record deal, which it's now being offered, thankfully. That's Tran 4 from Brazil's Fabio Stein. Hi to Mark and Angela braving the cold on their way into Inverness to see D.E.E.P.E.R, and a shout to Paul from Belfast heading to Lush with 22 mates in tow. Hello to Hamish in Edinburgh, who can't concentrate on his dissertation because all his mates keep ringing him trying to convince him to go out, which I guess is fair on a Saturday night. And Paul wants to put a shout out to the rest of the Burnley Massive driving down to Bournemouth for that huge God's Kitchen event. Club-wise tonight, I'm doing 12 till 2 at the Honey Club in Brighton, and then doing the very last set around 4ish at that huge event in Bournemouth. So a slightly tired me this evening, but all in a Saturday night's work.
This party is now in session. Radio 1.
The summer sun, he burns my skin. I ache again. I'm over you.
Well, if you plan to continue your evening in the safe, closet-like hands of Radio 1, Coming up at 9, Westwood with Fergie at 11. Then the Essential Mix at 1 from Lush's 10th birthday. Live sets from Radio 1's Pete Tong and legend Cole Hamilton. Plus the Residency 3 through 5. That rotates a bunch of extremely happening DJs. Tonight, a bit of hardcore from Kutski. Radio 1 downloading the Saturday night vibe from diverse audio avenues. That's a bit of a tongue twister, isn't it?
Building your appetite for a Saturday night, Radio 1. Jules on Radio 1. Funking you harder.
Radio 1.
That's Fabio Stein's remix of a fella whose name's definitely in man of the moment status at the moment, Sandovan Doorn and Punked. Going out to the Eastbourne Adonis posse off to the Shark Club in Windsor Cessoir. Plus Mike's hoping to meet up with Tina somewhere inside the BIC in Bournemouth this evening, and a birthday shout to Wendy from her mates Jay and Christine, taking her out to see Tong tonight at Lush. Plus another one of those shout thingies to the Judgment Sunday crew, Johnny and Lou and Mandy off to Walsall for a large one. Well, in just a moment's time we go half an hour interruption free into the Saturday night mix here on Radio 1.
Extra bass. Look out, all next week on 1 Extra from midnight. Extra Bass 06. From the 13th to the 18th of March, 6 nights of live drum and bass from across the UK. From Exeter to Edinburgh, including Ronnie Size, Goldie, Fabio and Groove Rider. All brought to you by the 1 Extra Drum and Bass All-Stars. Extra Bass 06. Go online, bbc.co.uk/1 Extra. Extra Bass 06. Live drum and bass from across the UK. All next week on 1 Extra from midnight.
D.E.E.P.E. Digital Radio, Digital TV, online, 1 Extra.
The Saturday Night Mix
with Judge Jules. The Live Line.
Hi, this is Mark from Portsmouth. We're on our way to the fabulous God's Kitchen at Slinky towards big names like, maybe Paul Van Dyke. Just want to do a shout out to all the lads and everyone else who's going to enjoy themselves tonight. Thanks a lot.
Hi, this is Mark and Angela here. We're on our way to Inverness to see D.E.E.P.E.R at the Clark Club. Great show tonight, Josie. Hope you have a good one tonight.
Hi, this is George from St Neots near Cambridge. Just want to give a big shout out to everyone I met at Turnmills last night. Awesome night out. The main man, certain Mr. Paul Van Dyke, was out of this world. Judge Jules, brilliant as always. Big up to everyone who was there. One awesome night.
Hi, I'm Abby from Sandbach. On my way to Bournemouth for the God's Kitchen night. Can't wait, so excited to go with my mum and her boyfriend Steve. Gonna have a wicked night. Bye.
We do like a multi-generational night out. Come on, Granny, we're going down to Bournemouth.
Getting louder.
Just Jules.
Radio 1.
The Saturday Night Mix
with Judge Jules.
Radio 1 banging like a conjugal visit as we're in the midst of the Saturday Night Mix. Up, of course, at 9 Westwood with instalment 2 of the Rap Business.
Judge Jules.
Saturday Night Mix.
Well, don't forget, if you missed any portion of this show, or indeed you want to listen to it as many times as you fancy throughout the next 7 days, you can listen via On Demand. That's available through the BBC Radio 1 website, that's bbc.co.uk/Radio 1. If you do, we have a special competition for Listen Again listeners with a stack of brand new tunage. Before we run down a resume of the tracks you've been listening to, a quick reminder of who you can hear on a dance tip later on this evening. From 11 p.m, Fergie, then the Essential Mix from Lush with Pete Tong and Cole Hamilton. And at 3 through 5, the Residency this week on Instalment with Kutski. That resume we talked about, Hemstock and Jennings, Mirage, the Lange Mix, also Nash's Dreams.